Yo, welcome back to the Saturday Hoop Podcast. I got my man Clutch Money, Touch Money in the building. I told you this is one of my good friends right here. Not only is he my barber, but he's a hard-working individual. Um, he's an active duty service member, and he's a business owner, a boss. And I learned so much from this man, and it was in my intentions to have him on the first episode, but then I was like, nah, I gotta prove to bro, I gotta build the track record before I come and take some of his time, and that's how important his time is to me. But we got a special for y'all. This is just not just one episode with this man. We got this episode right here, and then we got a couple more episodes with him, talking about his journey because I think it's that important and it represents the who. Um, it, it just it, I've known him for a couple years, and I'm just excited to have him on here to tell y'all a little bit about himself and his mindset. So without further ado, my man Clutch Money, Clutch Cuts, the one and only D Pope himself is in the building. So bro, when you introduce yourself, I want you to tell us about where you from, tell us about your childhood, you know what I'm saying, what it was like growing up for you, and just give us the early stages of what a young boss goes through in life, and what molds you into a young boss. But welcome to the podcast though
Most
as
definitely.
well.
Thank you for having me. So to many, I'm Staff Sergeant Pope.
Yes,
Been in the
sir.
military for 10 years, the Marine
Okay.
Corps, hoorah. Um, Young kid from Detroit, Michigan,
Mhm.
born and raised.
Okay. Troy versus everybody. That's what Big
Detroit
Sean say.
versus
Huh?
everywhere. But uh, as I was young, when I was younger, I'm gonna tell y'all where Clutch came from, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
loved basketball. Basketball is like everything to me. I watched the NBA,
Yes,
freaking
sir.
played basketball in high school, um, street ball, whatever you want to call it. But and then also in school, like I came in clutch,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's basketball court or freaking in school, you know what I'm saying, hooking people up with snacks or whatever, homework, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
type deal, you know what I'm saying. So it developed
So
the
Clutch
name,
Clutch is a childhood nickname.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. In high school, and it just stuck. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, it was D Pope, as you said. Like it was
Yeah.
D Pope. Most people, and before the military, everybody called me by my last name
Yeah.
because it's such a unique last name.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
everybody called me Pope. And
Amen.
but yeah, if
Yeah.
it wasn't D Pope, it was Clutch, and you know what I'm saying. It became a ring to it. So
Mhm.
that developed the business side of my name. And at first I couldn't think of what I was gonna call
Right.
it, but.
Right.
But yeah, so
What part of Detroit you from?
7 Mile, the east side of Detroit. I grew up on freaking Whittier and Moraine.
Okay. And what
Um,
was that like?
I mean, everybody has their own
Yeah.
aspect of what the hood is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
but we lived on the east side. Like my mom kept us away from a lot of BS and
Amen.
stuff like that. But
Amen.
when you walk out that door, it is what it is.
It
I
is.
mean, I lived
Yep.
on a block where, you know what I'm saying, we knew it was a dope house down the street, and we knew,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, we knew what Smoke was doing down the street, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying, she was always iffy on we could play, you know what I'm saying, like I
Yeah.
grew up with you put the rim outside on the street, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and you
Yeah.
playing
Indeed.
ball as
Indeed.
kids and stuff like
Indeed.
that, waiting on that car to pass
Yes, sir.
type
Yeah.
deal.
Yes,
So
sir.
but my mom kept us away from a lot of that. She was very strict, a little bit more strict than I would
Like to
like as
me.
a
Yeah.
kid or as
Yeah.
a young boy, but I understood why.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And she was a single mom.
Single mom. So many people don't know I was adopted.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that, because it's not who I am today
Right.
to them,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, but it stems of everything I do in my life and
Okay.
how I look at things. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? So, young child, me and my oldest brother and my youngest brother, we had no home to go to. I can't really go into detail of what happened, but from my first memory in life, like I was in foster care, and I had to talk to the little agencies and you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, therapists and stuff like that on what was going on, going house to house. Like I went house to house till I was 7 years old.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Nah, bro,
yeah, like,
I had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, but it, like I said, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, doesn't
Right.
resonate on who I am today. It
Right.
just,
Right.
it's all in me, you know?
Right.
But, so
So
yeah, that,
it's a in a way it's a big part of who you are, but it doesn't determine, you know what I'm
how
saying?
everybody looks at
Right.
me
You know what
because
I'm saying?
nobody would
No
know.
one knows.
No
Right.
one would know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that was a rough life because I didn't find a home till I was 7 years old.
So you can
Literally, my
remember a
birthday was
time,
that
right?
weekend.
Mm.
My birthday was that weekend, and there was still temporary care even when my mom brought us in.
And you have biological siblings with
Hmm.
you that needed care as well.
Yeah. So the crazy part of what happened was my oldest brother, me and my youngest brother, we always kind of stayed together,
Hmm.
right? We all were in the same house at first. When everything broke up, they even had us in the newspaper. They even had us in the newspaper looking for a home.
Right.
So that's when we started bouncing around. Um, my oldest brother, he had found a home, and we would go visit him.
Hmm.
Because me and my brother, the youngest brother, stuck together. My oldest brother found a home. So we would go visit him at the little foster agency.
Hmm.
And from there, um, the mother that was claiming him,
Hmm.
right, the foster mother that was taking him in, she called her sister,
Hmm.
right? She called her sister like, he has two younger brothers. I know you not. I know you kind of iffy on taking the temporary kids into your home and stuff like that, but I would love for you to keep them together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened.
Amen.
So years later, you know what I'm saying? Years later, adoptions finally happened and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
So that's how we stayed together. So my oldest brother, by paper, we're we're um we're cousins, but by
Oh,
blood, that's my brother. You know what I'm
damn,
saying?
bro.
So yeah, and then
Yeah.
my youngest brother always stayed with me. You know what I'm saying? My biological mother, who I never met, she passed away. I want to say it's been what 7, 8 years now.
Hmm.
I never, like I'm telling you, never met her. Um, you know what I'm saying? God rest her soul, but you know what I'm saying? I just never met her. You
Yeah.
know, no, I don't hold
No grudge
no
towards her.
grudge, nothing like
Yeah.
that, because
Yeah.
it's just I'm used to what I was used to. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Same thing with not having a father. My mom, she raised us by herself, so
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I don't hold no stripe to that. You
Did
know
you
what I'm
have
saying?
a additional siblings in that household
Yeah,
once you got
yeah, yeah.
adopted? Did
So
she have other
my
kids?
mom already had raised three girls.
Okay.
She already
And they
raised
were
three
hers
children.
or they
They
out?
were hers. Yeah,
Okay.
they were hers.
Hmm.
Um, she did that as a single mother at already. You know what I'm saying? So it was like she definitely, regardless of everything I ever been through, like I have to continuously thank that woman because
Yeah, bro.
your job was done already.
Yeah.
She took us in when she was 45 years old.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Your job was done
Hmm.
already. You had already
Hmm.
raised your kids and stuff
Right.
like that. So I'm continuously grateful for that.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
um, yeah. So I mean, the
How do
stuff
you
that.
find how do you find um growing up, if you could remember, how do you find like identity in that? Like, is there a struggle with finding like, damn, this is who I am. I don't know I'm only asking because I'm big on legacy, right?
Mhm.
So I often talk about, my last name and, me and my father, we don't really parlay like that. We not on the same and I'm trying to fix it. We trying to find some balance, but I carry his last name. My kids carry his last name. So like we part of the legacy and we got a whole different legacy with this name than what he was doing. It's better if you ask me
Yeah.
what we doing. But it's still a question of like who identity, like who are you, right? I might as well just change my last name to my mom's,
Mhm.
maiden name if that's the case. But so does being like adopted and growing up in another household, like I know I've heard you speak of your mom and you speak highly of her and you got a lot of love and respect for her. So I know for a fact that she did her part in making you feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but did you still have that struggle?
So I'm gonna go back to a story. So, I want to say I was in the second, third grade. You know what I'm saying? It's almost embarrassing when you were in school, right? And they call you down to the principal office,
Yeah.
such and such Miller. Miller was my original last name, right? Um, and then or the parent teacher conferences, stuff like that. And then the teacher doesn't know, can't put two and two together that that's my mother because we have two different last names.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at this point, we not like I said, we were in foster care. We weren't adopted or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's all still temporary. We were going to courts and
Yeah,
still
kind of,
going
because it's
through
some legal
therapy and
proceedings.
this and the
Right.
third, all those process that was going on. So like it was almost embarrassing for
Hmm.
us. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be loved. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want a family. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
bro.
we one day we begged my mom like we want the same last name. We probably as kids we don't even probably think that how significant or how huge that was,
Hmm.
but it was embarrassing
Hmm.
like when someone like to them a stranger picking me up
Yeah.
or you know what I'm saying strangers coming to my no
Yeah.
like that's my mom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um so yeah, like we just wanted a place of belonging. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We were like very unsheltered
Yeah.
kids,
I,
and it
I,
sucked. You know?
I can imagine how that feel, because I got like a similar story, like, but I'm not adopted or anything. So myself and my oldest brother, we got different fathers. His father is like Italian, Puerto Rican descent, so he's real light skinned. Like, you see me, I'm not,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So my mom's went two different sides of the spectrum. So my brother is almost 2 years older than me,
Mm,
and we spent time in the same schools. So like when I was in ninth grade, he was in 11th grade. So the teachers would be like, "Why is this junior hanging out with this freshman?" I'm like, "This is my brother, but we don't. You put us next to each other. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying?" So
yeah,
I remember being in school, and we got different last names. He's got my mom maiden name, and I have my father's name. So he's telling the teachers like, "Yo, this is my little brother," and I'm like, "This is my big brother," and they like,
yeah.
"All right, we're gonna call your mom, we're gonna call your parents, and y'all gonna stop playing." And we like, "Nah," like we like, yo, dead ass, because we from New York. We telling the chief, I'm like, I'm 15 years old, like, "Yo, dead ass, lady, like this is my brother,"
That's
and
funny.
then she like, "First of all, your ass is not dead, but this is not your brother," and it took parent teachers.
Yeah.
My mom's went without us. She went to parent teachers,
Oh, she
and
raised hell, didn't she?
my mom's would get upset. We'd be on the bus, bro. We'd be on the bus. She still tells her story to this day, and she'll have me and my brother sitting there when we young, and they'll be like, "Oh," they point to my brother, because my brother looked like my mom, but my mom's about your complexion, but he's a little
Mm.
bit lighter, and he looked like my mom, and they like, "That's your son. He looks just like you." Yeah. Then they look at my little black, and they be like, "That's not your son." And my mom's be like, "Why? Why is this not my son?
Yeah.
One, and two, why is it any of your business?" You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
100.
it's
Yeah.
crazy how to I always bring people on here that we can relate. I know it's a rabbit hole. I'm sorry, but I always bring
Yeah.
people on here where we our stories just crash, like the movie Crash, one of my favorite movies.
Oh, I love that
Like
movie.
how our stories
How
just crash.
everything,
It
everybody had their own little thing
right,
going
bro.
on, but it was all
Bro, we've been
connected.
friends for 4 years. I never knew you was adopted. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But it put so much into play as far as the man you are, and it worked out for you. You know what I'm saying? A
Mm,
lot of people got a different story, but like just how those stories crash, how I could feel the sense of identity and being in school. And I
mm,
wasn't adopted, but I had siblings from different, you know what I'm saying, ethnicities and stuff like that. So
yeah,
you kind of like any little thing that happens in your childhood creates like a imbalance in the force. I wouldn't say imbalance, because I don't want to bring a negative impact to it, but like it just creates something in your life. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah. And I would say, when they say, "Are you a product of your environment?" or, um, it's like it's different for me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm a product of my environment, but yet you still make your own choices.
yeah. You didn't use it as an excuse to be negative. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That's what I hear it as. Like when you say like I'm adopted, but that's not who I am. because like I said, there's a lot of people that been in that system, foster care, that been in that system that just could not get it right as
Mm-hmm.
quick as you did. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? There's, excuse me, they probably still dealing with that trauma, you know what I'm saying? Can't fix the trauma.
Yeah.
And look what we got going on, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
question, leading into, your child, it's crazy because I was like, bro, get intimate with your childhood, and this
Right.
motherfucker
Right.
almost made me cry just now. But
My
so with
bad.
that, who was during your childhood, you know what I'm saying? Who did you find? I know your mom's is one of the people, but who else did you find, and especially in the neighborhood you grew up in? Who did you find who was an influential person? You know what I'm saying? Who was influential people? If you got multiple people, like, we've had people come on here and it was like their uncle and they had businesses, but who was that first influential person that you saw that you really deviated from what you were seeing in that environment?
That's a hard question because I mean, like I said, I never had no type of father figure.
Right.
The closest father figure I had was one of my mom's best friends
Mm-hmm.
named Jerome. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I wouldn't say it was him, the specific person. It was the relationship,
Right.
right?
Right. The
Um,
relationship he
because
had with you.
I didn't know his life. I just knew the relationship that he had with my mom and
Uh,
him coming to spend time, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Spend time with
Yeah.
us and you know what I'm saying, talk to us and stuff like that.
Right.
Like like the people that the men that my mom brought around or teachers, coaches, whoever, it wasn't because you don't know their life.
Right.
I know that I know
Basically what they
I know the
present.
relationship. I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those are things that you admire. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You never really know the person. You know what I'm saying? It's not somebody saying that family member that's different.
Right.
But like I said, I'm on the outboard of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at like my mom's best friend like they had a good relationship. So
Right.
that same relationship is how I treat people.
Right.
Or the mentorship or from coaches and stuff like that. That same leadership is how
Mhm.
I lead
Mhm.
people. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
Those are things that, you know what I'm saying? Those are
Nah.
what influenced me to think the way I think, or the movies and TV shows that I've
Yeah.
ever watched,
Yeah.
Martin, freaking whatever.
Yeah.
I take those relationships and I take those what you call it
Mm.
and I kind of shape.
You
And I
just
feel like
you, you
as I
fill your
grew up,
toolbox
yeah,
with that. Yeah.
most definitely. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The same thing with the Marine Corps. You know what I'm saying? You
My
take the
brother
good and the
always
bad and the
says it
ugly.
takes a village, so it sounds like your mom kept you around individuals with some type of head on their shoulder.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Being in Detroit, Detroit has a lot. There's a lot of bad sections of Detroit, just like anywhere else in the states, right, or anywhere else in the world. But um, just to be like black men and be teachers, professors, and in those leadership roles, that can really take you from night and day as
Yeah.
far as the
Oh,
path you
most
choose in your
definitely,
life.
most definitely.
So why do you think it's important that you remember those relationships or those examples you've got um, from those people that not you didn't have one influential person like you said. It was just you took from. Why do you think it's important for you to still remember that this day?
Um, being human. You know what I'm saying? I can go back to there's a Pacific song I listen to. Nothing really matters. D'Angelo and what you call it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like nothing really matters,
Mm-hmm.
right? But as long as you know that one you love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? And happiness plays a part in your life, like nothing else really matters. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Um, the significance of uh, I don't know. It's a great area. I don't know.
Yeah.
You just keep it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Just a
it's like you
reminder. Yeah.
remembering something like
Yeah.
how you could go throughout your day,
Yeah.
right? You can go throughout your day and just something hit you.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
Like um I always tell people that if if somebody lies to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, if somebody lies to you, you know, but they don't know you know,
Right.
right? But you have to realize you can't. That's face value,
Right.
and that's what I'm gonna hold you. I'm not saying I'm gonna hate you,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what I'm gonna hold you accountable for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of look at
How
everything.
you
You know what
remember?
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna hit you, and
Yeah.
that's what you supposed to remember.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I just feel like it's kind of like a blueprint. You look at the blueprint to your life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
More like a computer,
yeah, like looking
cause
at these
this
moments,
it's
going
not
back
right.
into your
Yeah.
memory bank and playing these moments, like you said, this is how you offer those relationships you saw and those people that your mom brought around. You got to see, you got to this is how you treat your subordinates now,
Mm.
and how you lead now, and how you build relationships and treat people now, and you run your business, and you know what I'm saying. Your barbershop has been someplace I probably lived in for the last fucking year or two, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
um, like I see how you run your business and what type of homely environment you're building your barbershop to be. So um, it's like these little foundations, these little blueprints of us, these little memory banks. It's important to keep that. I got
Mm.
to keep that in my pocket,
Yeah.
because sometimes those moments are gonna get hard, and I'm gonna want to deter. Like my person is gonna want to, move left of what I know I want to be at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? When it gets hard, when it gets stressful, and it's important to just remember those moments and double down on them.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I
I
mean?
think it just pops in your head.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I remember he said that,
Hmm.
or my mom used to always say that
Yeah.
type situations. Like I find myself saying some of the same quotes or whatever to
Yeah.
people. It's just
Yeah.
advice or it's just
Yeah.
whatever, you know. So
So what was
yeah.
it like? So do you get we get to your we building clutch right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we building clutch. So now we transition to your teenage years. I like to think anybody that joins the service, no matter what branch, is a different breed of person as far as how they want to work, one, and how they want to build their selves into their adulthood. It doesn't always work out perfect for everybody.
Mm.
Some people get out after 4 years, and some people sign up and they do 30, 40, however many years. But I like to think someone that joins the service at 18, 19, especially if you're from an environment where there's fast money, or, you know what I'm saying? I like to think those people are set apart. Excuse me. So what in your teenage years, uh, what are some of the things you might have went through that you think kind of pointed you in the direction of the path of who you are right now?
Mm.
There's some deep Oprah shit going on.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Somebody call y'all to fix my life.
Right. Somebody, you've had somebody ask you what's your biggest fear, right?
Indeed.
So, to me, my biggest fear is failure.
Right.
Um, I'm not sure if you ever heard somebody say that, but
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
yeah, so my biggest fear is failure. Not the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I failed a test or I failed a what you call it, but failure, the definition of failure to me is when you decide not to get back up
Not right. You
or
get
you
hit.
decide not to
You just
not to
don't
keep
try.
going
You just
or
keep
not
getting.
keep trying or whatever. So I think one, when it comes to disappointment, is a major big. It's probably in bold for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I never want to disappoint nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the biggest encouragement was courage, just doing stuff outside of the lines of um, someone trying to define who
Right.
you are,
Right.
right? Um, so never wanting to fail, um, never wanting to disappoint,
Mm-hmm.
having the courage to do stuff outside of somebody thinking they know who you are. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna prove you wrong.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna prove you wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
even when I joined the military, my mom always gave us three options. It was a military, college, or a trade school.
Mm.
She got two of those out of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it take me. I did go to college. I went to barber school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, trade school, but I took up the trade, but
Yeah.
still school. You know.
Yeah.
And I would say it's I want to make other people proud, but I want to make myself prouder.
Right.
Right? I love what Matthew McConaughey said in his grammar winning speech.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's who you look at in the mirror
Mm-hmm.
and who you should be chasing 5 years, 10 years from
Right.
now. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking back and worried about anybody else.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's probably why I look at
Right.
who influenced me, how I look
Mm-hmm.
at it that way. I don't
Right.
look at it the same way as everybody
Right.
else do. You know,
So in
so
combination with in combination with your mom's guidance, with school, military, trade school, and then the influences, the the positive things you've seen, and just how the morals and ethics that you started to build as a young man. It's like, all right, I'm not gonna let anybody down, so I need to go. I just need to, I just need to keep going, and I just need to not fail.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So
And then
that you think that
when
was your mindset?
I would say, and then what else made me join the military was um epiphany,
Hmm.
100% epiphany. I'm in the 10th grade. I don't remember signing up for this little pamphlet thing. I don't
Hmm.
remember no recruiter coming, but for some reason, by 11th grade, I got called down to the office,
Hmm.
talked to the recruiter.
Hmm.
He said, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm about to go to Saginaw State next year, like
Right.
when I graduate.
Right. Right. Right.
Like I'm literally, I'm about to go to Saginaw Valley and that's it. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Because I like the school, went to the
Right.
program and
Right.
all that.
And at
And
this point, being a barber isn't even
no,
in your
no,
sights.
Barber didn't come out till
Hmm.
years later. Um, but yeah, and then you know what I'm saying? I'm a teen.
Hmm.
I'm working at the time,
Right.
doing pretty good in school.
Yep.
Um, but even this, I think this is a moment my mom, we moved out to the suburbs,
Okay.
right? But that don't mean that
That
you know
was
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So we were still getting in trouble and stuff like that
Yeah.
outside of the my mom's eyes, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Right.
once we may be angels in the house, but you
Yeah.
do what you want to do when you
Yeah.
leave out
Yeah. Yeah.
that door. Just
Facts.
don't bring it to her door, you
Yeah.
know.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I was getting in
Don't bring
trouble
that
and
shit in
stuff
my
like
house.
that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still an active kid. I'm playing basketball and stuff like that, but I think I ran into some trouble, and at that point, I had to make a decision,
Hmm.
right? Am I still gonna keep doing this, or is this gonna lead to something else?
Right.
You know, and
Right.
I was walking down the street, or I was on a run. I've always been motivated to do the extra mile,
Yeah.
running, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm on a run.
Physical fitness and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I'm on a run, and I seen a recruiter. He was dressed up in his blues or his dress deltas, and yeah, like I was like, oh snap! Like he just moved. You could tell
Yeah.
he just moved into the neighborhood type
Yeah.
joint. Then I walked by again, seen him again. He stopped me. He was like, yo, like you ever thought about this and a third? And I said, nah, nah, nah. And then one day, I think this is when that trouble part happened.
Yep.
I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Man, I knocked on that man's door. We sat down for 5 minutes. And the next time I looked up, I was on my way to,
That's it.
I was on my flight to Atlanta,
Yep.
jump on the witch card,
About to
and
get
it just
put in that
happened that
dirt.
fast. And it's like
Yeah.
things you ever feel like things that are supposed to happen, they happen so fast you don't even
So fast and so smooth.
yeah.
Like that's a part of
That's
your
what was
path.
supposed to happen.
That was the same thing for me. I didn't know what to do at the time, being a teenager, and I was just like, I didn't take my SATs. Then when it was time, when I summed up the courage to take my SATs, I had to pay for them, and I'm just like, all right, now I gotta ask my mom for money after I skipped out on the SATs twice, didn't take them. Um, I was about to graduate high school, and I wanted to go to a performing arts school. It's acting, music, that's all my thing right there. So I'm like, man, my girl at the time was a straight A student, already had college credits and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm about to lose this girl because she going out to college. She got accepted to every college she applied for. I'm like, man, I got to keep up somehow, some way. I don't have discipline. This is
Yeah.
me thinking to myself at
He
18,
said,
like,
huh,
I don't
this.
have discipline.
Yeah.
I want to be running the streets. I want to be
Yeah.
doing whatever I want to do. So I need to figure out something. I don't got no money. I don't want to live with my parents because they was getting on my nerves, and it was just gonna lead me down to an even more bad road. Because I was at the point I kept getting kicked out the house. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna join the military. And
Pretty
this is
much, yeah.
and my plan was only 4 years at the time, and
Yeah.
now this is 13 years ago.
Yeah.
But like my plan was just 4 years,
I
just provide me the stepping
I don't
stone.
know why. I don't know. Like, I don't think I decided to say I'm gonna do 4 years. I'm
Hmm.
gonna do 8 years. It was
But
just.
when I talked to the
It was
recruiter,
just
my
keep
thing was
going.
4 years, college, come back, go to the performing arts school, and do
I
my
don't even know
thing.
why I said. I was like, yeah, I want to go to school.
And then I went to
This
boot camp, and when I went to boot camp, I was like 30 years. I'm in this. They got me. This looks
is.
fun.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But
It was so funny. Boot camp was easy.
yeah, I
I
would
would say it
say
was easy because of the
the
shit I've
yelling
been through.
part didn't bother me.
Yeah, the yelling.
The
No,
physical, like
it was the being told. No, I wouldn't say it's being told what to do, but how it was told.
see, I ain't believe in myself. I had
Mm,
confidence issues. So when I did something, I just kept surprising myself. So I was like, oh, I can do this. I can.
yeah,
Wow, this is great. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
but
wanted to fight one of my joint fitters. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause like I said, my mom, she was very strict. Man,
yeah,
I already knew how to make them rack. My mom did 20 years in the nursing
okay,
joint, so I already knew how to
yeah,
make it rack and
yeah,
this is in the third and all that. So it was, I think it was like more so like how it was being presented or
yeah,
told. Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
like I already knew yes, ma'am, yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
That,
Right,
you know what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right.
Cause
It's already a
like,
thing.
but
So
yeah,
now that we transitioned into, you being in the military, because now you're a boss and you're an employee, right? You're an employee for the most part by day, and
technically.
technically, yeah, technically, like, because being in the military, like, there's still always so many people over us. Yeah, we have so many people under our charge,
Hmm.
but what's the balance like? Like, what's it like to be like, when I leave here for the day, I go to a shop that's mine, and I know you're not a tyrant. But if I wanted to balk whatever orders I want in this shop,
It's mine.
if it fell apart, it'd be on you. But this is mine, and then I gotta go and yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I don't know.
what does that do for you mentally? Because I've met people that
They struggle with
mil
that, you think?
I don't think they struggle with it. I met people that were millionaires while they were in the military, and I never got
Me
to
too.
ask them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never got to ask them like, what's it like with that mind to know like,
This is gonna be another deep one for you.
yeah, go ahead, hit it.
I don't think that way.
Hmm.
It's just that simple. Well, so I'm food service.
Right.
No way in hell
So
did
he
I
make
thought.
cheeseburgers. Nah,
And no way in hell did I think I was gonna join. Right, all the stuff
hmm.
that the recruiter said to me.
Hmm.
Right, he was like, sign up early. You know what I'm saying? We can get you out early. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We still gonna hold on to your jobs, and then I make it to boot camp, go through boot camp, and then I'm food service. I was mad as hell.
Right.
I
Right.
was mad
That's
as
crazy
hell.
because I
Like I felt like
wanted
I got
food service. I'm sorry, but I want.
really.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. My
But
cousin talked me out of
I'm at. He like, yeah, you open contract. You just gonna find out later. When I graduated boot camp, you just gonna find out later. We don't know what to tell you.
it. Right.
Got the MCT. We asking them. They calling us. And me and my boy, we mad as hell. He was a PT stud, everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We both kind of the same. We both mad at the world. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't joined the Marine Corps to be a cook. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What does that mean? What is that? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Detail.
Hmm.
Um, so I wouldn't say I was rebellious or as a PFC private or Lance Corporal, but I was more so like, I don't really want to be here and I don't want to
Hmm.
hear what you saying. Right? Like,
Respectfully.
I, am I willing to soak up knowledge? Yeah, but like, bro, I don't even like this shit.
Hmm.
But what drew me to one respect the job, excuse me, respect the uniform I'm wearing and
Hmm.
everything like that was the leadership.
Hmm.
I had some ass leadership,
Hmm.
all in one, has some ass leadership and some good leadership,
Mm-hmm.
right? And when I started to be able to depict
Mm-hmm.
that, and like I said, the stuff where I'm rooted from and how I look at things, that's what kept me going.
Mm-hmm.
In 2013, June,
Right.
2023, here,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
10 years later, so
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. I respect that. I respect that because the biggest thing you said was I don't think that way,
Mhm.
and I think that says a lot about someone's character. You know what I'm saying? Because like you got you juggling two different careers, and in my opinion, I think somebody would be a fool to fuck that up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
if I don't got billions, then I know money ain't everything, but I don't got billions, so
What
like
am I doing it for?
you know what I'm saying? So but like I got two things that essentially I love and I got a lot of respect for, and they bringing bread to my table, and they're bringing experience, knowledge, relationships to my life. And
Mhm.
why would I jack any one of those up
Yeah.
because I feel more entitled over here or less entitled? You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I respect that a lot, bro. For real,
Yeah.
for real.
It's just it stems off leadership.
Yeah.
Um, being a good dude. That's
Right.
how I look at the
Right.
look at being a Jones instructor. Like,
Right.
and then in the Marine Corps in general, like I literally even when what rank was I when I was cutting your hair?
Sergeant and stuff.
Sergeant, you were
Yeah.
staff, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't look at it. You my boy. Like I'm
Yeah.
about to hook you up. I
Yeah.
didn't look at it. I don't look at it that way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We're a
Right.
team. We doing this.
Right.
Even when I was at the 11th Mew and you know what I'm saying, Sergeant Major Hall, all those I was color sergeant, police sergeant,
Right.
freaking uh food service chief,
Still hitting it.
freaking,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, barracks manager. I was everything, but it was all a team
Right.
effort here, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sergeant Major, like I got an issue with this and the third.
Right.
Like
Right.
I'm still asking you and you asking of me.
Right. Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all a team effort,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So the
Yeah,
mindset
so
is
it
everything.
falls at a certain level, but
Yeah.
shit, we all got the job to do.
Yeah.
So,
Mindset is everything.
yeah.
So what advice would you give young entrepreneurs thinking back to when you started on your journey for barbering? What advice would you give them?
Just do it.
Just hit it.
Just do it. Whatever you I swear to God.
Just do it.
I swear to
Do it.
God. Like
Do it.
when I look back and I'm like, when I was sitting in that position, right, and I got to sign the lease to my barbershop,
Mm-hmm.
and prior to that, when I say I went to the sergeant major that was there at the time, I went to got to speak to the CEO, got to speak to my major, got to speak to the judge, the
Mm-hmm.
advocate, or whoever. Um,
Everybody was like,
everybody, it was mixed views.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got advice from other people, um, mom, family, whatever. It was mixed reviews.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to be able to handle this? When are you going to find the time?
Mm-hmm.
This and the third. And I'm looking at them like, damn, like, I mean, we be getting 3 hour lunches. I be
Mm-hmm.
cutting in. I be, and then I was in school, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was still in school. I didn't graduate school until 2019 of April, 2 weeks before my deployment.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I graduated.
Right.
So really, I'm like, when it fast forward, when we got out the deployment in March, and I'm asking these questions, and I'm like, got plenty of time. We get 3 hour lunches.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I should typically wake up at 6 in the morning and gotta be at
Yeah.
work till 7:30.
Right. Right.
Uh, shoot, and then after 16:30, I got nothing but time.
Right.
Then I get my weekends.
Right.
I'm like, why
Hitting it.
not? What you mean where I'm gonna find the time? There's
Right.
plenty of time out there. It's 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with this?
Respectfully. Yes, sir.
So when I talk to people, when they ask me, or somebody could just be talking to me about, you know what I'm saying, their goals, or the first thing they say, oh, I'm about to get out. I'm like, so
Mm-hmm.
what you gonna do? Right? And then they tell me, and I'm like, just do it now.
Just
What you
do
what
it.
you waiting
Just
for?
right. What are we waiting for?
What are you waiting
Just
for?
do it. Why wait till we about to get out to prepare to get out?
Yeah.
That's
Somebody was just asking me earlier. I'm
crazy.
cutting them up, and they like, if you can get out right now and you know you could, why you just don't?
Mm-hmm.
Retirement is the first for many,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because most people don't know how to make passive income.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time that you're going to experience passive income.
Yeah.
And people wait until they're 60 years old. The
Mm-hmm.
bankers are going to give it to me when I'm 38.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I retire?
Mm-hmm.
If I can't guarantee myself almost 10K a month without working, why would I get out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When if you can secure your future, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell this to, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a great financial advisor or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
but secure your income,
Mm-hmm.
life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
multiple streams of income, get yourself out the red, put
Right.
yourself in the green,
Right.
and then continue to build and
Build
invest.
and invest. Right. You gotta play it smart.
You got to play it
You
smart,
gotta
you
play
know
it
what I'm
smart.
saying? So 10 years in the military,
Yes, sir.
that's security.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's life insurance, I got all that,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I've made multiple streams of income now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping myself in the green versus the red.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just building.
As you should.
I'm even investing in my shop again. I'm investing, I'm
Yep.
expanding in my shop,
Yep.
products,
Mm-hmm.
business, you know what I'm saying? Social networking, you know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? I'm sitting here on your beautiful platform,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and that's how you continue. It doesn't matter what aspects, but you continue to just, you make a web.
Right.
You just keep
Right.
connecting to things. You know what I'm
Indeed.
saying?
Now, speaking of that web, yeah, I know y'all seen at least two of these products sit here every episode of the podcast, and that was my way of showing my support for bro. Talk about let's talk about the products now. I know they've been waiting to really hear about it.
Yeah.
Talk about the hair butter, the skin butter, the rose water, things
So,
like that.
I'm cutting everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know I'm a depot barber
Mm-hmm.
at this point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would notice is
South California barber out there.
yeah, because I'm
Oceanside
everywhere.
on down, I would say that's
Yeah,
on you right there.
I'm everywhere. And little do you know, I was traveling to Temecula, LA,
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But Jones said the thing that, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
People
It's gonna come
ridicule
back,
me,
and
but
then
I
you know,
made time for what,
once one
you
of these
know.
songs, one of these Sheemie Dubb songs blow up, then the celebrity bar. I mean, he's already a celebrity bar cut
I've done
NFL
it.
players, all that.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it.
Quiet as kept, but you
All
know.
right, so I mean, we got the rose water. This was inspired by I'm cutting up Jones sugars. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have time to take care of their hair,
Right,
right? You don't
for
have
sure.
time. So I looked up, you know what I'm saying? I saw scabs, I saw dandruff, dry
Mm-hmm.
scalp, all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and breakage, whatever. Like, oh, my hair's not growing back.
Right.
So I was like, you know what I'm saying? I started doing my research, Google. Um, what does this do? How can this do this? Whatever, whatever. And I was like, well, it needs to be convenient. So let me, like, what's the most convenient product?
Right.
And this is in the third. And then
Mm-hmm.
rose water popped up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or how do you, or I was looking up natural products and I'm like, what's more natural? And this is in the third. And roses popped up. So then I started to investigate, put this and two in together. I was like, boom, I'm going to come up with my own rose
Mm-hmm.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Put my little ingredients, looked up everything, and it was just simple for them to spray in their hair and be on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Like a refresher, conditioner, however you want to look at it. It detangles hair, it refreshes your hair,
Yeah.
it strengthens your hair, it
Yeah.
grows your hair, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, all in one. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And you ain't really worried about nothing. I can
Mm-hmm.
spray this in your hair, brush it down, and be on my go.
Mm-hmm. This is about like
Simple.
the fourth bottle I've got,
Yeah,
and I was trying to just use this one as display, but you see it's like
halfway gone.
halfway gone. But I'm along like the third bottle. I had it in my bathroom up there, and my wife started using it. She started using it on the
You and
girls, and
every
she like, tell Clutch, I need more of this rose water because my hair full. She's like, it's growing back. I was like, that shit magic, ain't it?
yeah,
She's like, yeah, tell him I need more. I was like, yeah, you text him that.
yeah.
But yeah, the
But
rose
yeah,
water
that's
for
you and
real.
every other every guy that buys it, their wife end up smelling it
Yeah,
and they want it. So
yup.
same thing. The hair butter, what inspired, oh, somebody was like, you know what I'm saying, like, I think I was cutting a lot of waves at the time,
Mhm,
you know what I'm saying, and it goes back to a product I used to use as I am.
mhm, mhm.
Um,
I
It
feel
was
like
like,
you told me about the hair butter before you started making it. One of for
oh
one of
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
haircuts. I feel like you told me.
And I was like, damn, like I should make like butter because I don't
Yeah,
like grease.
yeah.
I
Okay,
absolutely hate
yeah.
grease.
My
You know what
my
I'm saying?
my grandmother used to use, what is it, Dax?
That's horrible.
Bro, she used
Not
to
to be
use
turning down no
Dax,
other business, but
bro.
like, bro, like, but that's it clogs your pores. It
Yeah,
have, you know what I'm saying, all that
that's that
gunk.
old school shit.
And what's the most hated thing that a barber hate when
Right.
somebody come in your
Hmm.
shop and they got all that BS
Yeah.
in their hair, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Shoot, at least this you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You're not
Hmm.
about to tear my clippers with
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then
You know
might
what I'm
like get
saying?
caught up
But
in
your
there.
hair, but having your hair healthy, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then when I started looking up the information and the stuff that I wanted to use in this one, I seen that it was so organic and natural that you could use it on the skin. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
So
And it's
it's hair
harmless and
and skin.
yeah.
I
So
remember I seen him posting on Instagram.
the video.
I was like, yo, this motherfucker cooking lotion. He cooking lotion. I gotta
Right.
see this. But for real, for real. And then what's the last product it was,
So
bro?
the last one is a growth oil. Now,
Okay.
you know our fellow brothers, they be shaving our heads,
Hmm.
and
Not I,
some
but
people it ain't growing back,
yeah.
and they struggling. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Hey, let me jump back in the lab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did my research, found out things that I like, put this together. How does this counteract with this? And boom, like I
My
made a
man said,
growth
I'm not
oil.
cooking crack. I'm cooking hair crack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Bro, that's crazy because I seen bro the other day. I'm not gonna throw his name out there, but I seen bro the other day. He had a fresh cut, and I'm like, bro, his shit was growing. All this shit was gone like a couple
yeah,
months
yeah,
ago. I was like, bro, you gotta stick to it because that shit look real nice.
yeah.
I was like, you got plugins or something, bro? You got a toupee, motherfucker? He was like, nah, that's that clutch, that hair oil, bro. I was like, bro, stick to it because it's working.
Yeah.
Even me, like I see how my hair growing a little more full in
Hmm.
with the
Or a
with
little
just the
bit
rose
faster
water.
too,
Yeah,
because
it
I
grows,
swear to God, I just cut your hair. You
bro.
just made me mad. I cut
Bro,
your
my
hair
shit was
before the
looking
show.
crazy just
You,
now, bro.
you got
It was looking crazy just
you
now.
set me up for this show. He said we taping today, and then I come in. He's
Yeah.
like, "You got your
I
clippers
was
with
like, I
you?"
need a
I'm
cut too, bro. I was going to text him, but I'm like he said he always keep his clippers on him, so I know when he get through the door, I'm gonna be like, yo, before we film. But nah, before we go, bro, I want you to I know I told you to leave some advice for the entrepreneurs, but just for the world out there, look at the camera and just leave some parting words, something that you live by, something that helps you every day,
Mm.
um, be above average in your own life that will help the viewers.
And you know the crazy part is I have it tatted. So business before pleasure, and stay humble and stay blessed. Like that's what I live by.
Amen.
Like so,
Amen. Appreciate you, bro.
that's too easy.
Clutch
Too
money,
easy.
touch money, man. Touch money in the building. Stay tuned. We got, this is episode 1. Episode 2, we taking a trip to his barbershop. Another full in-depth interview with him and his journey on how he became a barber, and then talking to one of his mentees and how he inspired him. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Saturday Who, we out.
Appreciate it.